I know if you've watched the other segment, you probably cheated. You didn't wait till the next week. You probably wanted to know more about this. The question arises, how could John the Revelator give such detail that would surround an asteroid's impact? How could he have known? He had never seen deep impact. He never studied the course in college, and yet he's given vivid descriptions of what would happen if an asteroid did hit our planet. Reader's Digest, September 15, 2020, said, what could happen if an asteroid hit Earth? Then it goes on to say this. A NASA working group found, for example, that an asteroid larger than 2 kilometers would degrade the global climate, leading to wide world. It said this. A NASA working group found, for example, that an asteroid larger than 2 kilometers could degrade the global climate, leading to widespread crop failure and loss of life. How did John know that? And John said this, in Revelation chapter 8, verse 9, John said, and a third part of the ships were destroyed. So now we know that the impact will be in the water. We do know that it's going to destroy 1/3 of all the marine life. And he also says that it is going to destroy 1/3 of all the ships. Now, what do the experts say? Now, that's an interesting question. What are the experts saying now? Again, it's a contemporary look at a very ancient book. You can read the newspaper and find out what's happening by reading the Bible. What could happen if an asteroid hit Earth? Nevertheless, tsunamis would be the most devastating effect of an asteroid hitting the ocean, accounting for 70 to 80% of losses of life in that instance, depending on the size of the asteroid. This is a 1,000 passenger cruise ship almost downed by a tsunami March 13th, 2011. Scientists predict 50 feet waves for 3.5 hours. Now, how did John know that something would hit the ocean, kill 1/3 of all the fish, and it would destroy 1/3 of all the ships? Now, scientists predict that 50-foot waves would come for 3.5 hours. What could happen if an asteroid hit the Earth?
And the second angel sounded, and as it were, a great mountain burning with fire was cast into the sea.
So John was saying that this asteroid or whatever is going to hit the sea. And now they're talking about what happened if it would hit the sea. This is what would happen if scientists found an asteroid heading to Earth. And this was written in April 6, 2023. There are 3 main types of impact hazards that we modeled. These include local ground damage due to the explosive blast or fireball, Wheeler said. There are also tsunami potential for a large ocean impact, and for the very largest case, there's a potential of global climate effect. Again, we got climate change and everything else. It's not about God doing these things to try to get people's attention. You still see that they're saying climate change, climate change. It's all about Mother Earth. Then we read in Revelation that the trumpet number 3 sounds and the rivers are poisoned. Revelation 8, 10 and 11.
And the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning as it were a lamp, and it fell upon the third part of the rivers and upon the fountains of waters. And the name of the star is called Wormwood, and the third part of the waters became wormwood, and many men died of the waters because they were made bitter.
Now we move to trumpet number 4, astrological calamities. And that's according to Revelation 8:12. John saw these things. What did John see then?
And the fourth angel sounded, and the third part of the sun was smitten, and the third part of the moon, and the third part of the stars, so as the third part of them was darkened, and the day shone not for a third part of it, and the night likewise.
So, what do the experts say now? Scientists are baffled by stars getting dimmer. Jesus predicted that there would be strange things happening in the astrological realm in the last days. A giant star is dimming, which could be a sign it is about to explode. Smithsonian Magazine, December 26, 2019. Lights out, nearby stars we've watched for over 180 years, now mysteriously dimming, and scientists are baffled. Alien megastructure, stars dimming again, sending scientists scrambling to observe it. Scientists baffled by a unique object of uncertain nature orbiting a star. What could happen if an asteroid hit the Earth? According to Reader's Digest, let's read on. As science reports, dust and debris kicked up by the impact should block out the sun. Soot from the wildfires would contribute to this blockage as well. What did he say? He said you wouldn't be able to see the sun and the moon. Well, when all these things are happening, that's exactly what scientists are saying today. So, how did John know the effects of an asteroid hitting Earth? That it would kill 1/3 of the fish in the sea. That it would splinter as it went through Earth's atmosphere, creating meteors. How did he know that it would create tsunamis that could sink huge ships? That it would produce a dust cloud that would darken the sun and make the moon red? Is that just a coincidence? Was that just a lucky guess? Or is God telling us in advance these things so that you would believe the Bible to be true? You see, Jesus is the spirit of prophecy. He says, I tell you these things in advance so that you would know when they happen that I am God. Now something strange happens. He's already described all these things that are going to happen with the asteroid that hits. And all of a sudden he changes from that and he talks about an eagle.
And I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice,
Woe! 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 To the inhabitants of the earth by reason of the other voices of the trumpet of the three angels which are yet to sound!
Now many translate the word eagle instead of angel. And some people say, well, is there a contradiction? No, not necessarily. Let me show you why. When John went into heaven, he saw these angels. John looked and he saw an angel that looked like an eagle. So there's no contradiction there. But there are three woes. Woe number one, the release of demonic locusts. We'll talk about that next time. Woe number two, the release of 4 demons from the Euphrates that will kill 1/3 of the world's population, Revelation 9:14. And the third woe will not come until Revelation chapter 16, and there are 7 bold judgments. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start moving into Revelation chapter 9. And if you think things have been bizarre so far, it's only beginning. So you'll want to stay around and you'll want to catch the next episode as we talk about demons coming out of the pit. We talk about all these things that are happening. People who want to die, but they can't. These things get very strange. And my friend, I hope that you're not here. I hope that you're not here for these woes. You know, when you hear whoa, whoa, whoa. 3 is a symbol for completeness. God is trying to get people's attention, and he keeps tightening the belt, just like I was talking about the screw he was tightening. Well, we're coming to the end of the ages now. And if you haven't made a decision for Christ now, it really gets rough. So in our next segment, we'll talk about Revelation chapter 9.